Here with Chancy Rogers with Bull Baseball Club and USA Prime Baseball.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me, David, with Intent Performance. Excited to talk about some stuff we got going on and some opinions of how we can help this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate you having me. Excited to be here. Just kind of tell you a little bit about myself. Owner of Bull Baseball Club. We're based out of Summerall. We've got youth teams, 7U through 14U, and then our high school side, we use USA Prime, and I'm the Mississippi director for it, and this is our first year using those guys, which is a national brand. They've got over 300 teams, and so we're really excited about getting them involved in the state and using their kind of national brand, national power, and they've got 3 #1 teams in the nation, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So we're excited about getting them involved with us down here.
Cool. So today, just kind of touching on what we're going to be talking about showcase baseball, talking about travel ball, talking about a little bit of everything, seeing the good, seeing the bad, a little bit of everything from both perspectives. So let's get on into it. So first and foremost, kind of touching on a topic that we've all had some conversations on, which is the season. So talking about when does high school season end, what's a proper schedule looking like for travel ball, how's the best way to be able to structure a combination of the two?
Yeah, I mean, with us for several years now, you know, kids would have their spring season with their high school. They'll roll right into showcase ball, which go to the end of July. And then that August, September was definitely a break time for them, you know, possibly doing tryouts. What every program I've been involved with, we've done workout stuff that you guys do, performance stuff, to get faster, bigger, stronger, and that's kind of, I'm seeing it shift a little bit. You know, there were some tournaments in August this year, definitely some tournaments in September, which normally they wouldn't have any games until October. Yeah. Almost like a college schedule, yeah. To where, hey, you start throwing a little bit in September to get your arm ready for you know, live pitching in October, and that's not the schedule anymore. And, yeah. and it's you know, I'm kind of sitting back like, all right, are we on a minor league schedule? Are we going to go all the way to September then stop? Yeah. You know, so that's something I see, and I'm kind of on the business side of it. Is like, all right, well, what do we need to do? You know, do we need to have this program this time? Where, you know, traditionally it's been, you know, September. Yeah. September to November would be a workout, long tossing throwing, yeah, period, and then they break again. But it hasn't been that in the last 2 years. Between leagues, tournaments, some kids are doing both, and then obviously you got multi-sport guys that they'll go do their other sport and then come in and you know, get a small amount of it and the small amount of the throwing, but then you'll have to compete. Yeah, and that's the thing that scares me a little bit. Yeah. And so yeah, the timeline's changing, so it's like, I don't know, I feel like we all need to have a meeting and say, all right, this is when we're going to do this. Man. You know,
meeting
so
would be
we're
nice.
On the same page.
Meeting, you know?
Would
be nice, yeah. So kind of touching on that a little bit and then going a little bit deeper, you know, and I'll get into my own beliefs here. I'm just kind of curious, as an owner of a showcase/travel ball organization. I've also been around you. I know you care about your players. So number one, that's something that I think is awesome. I think that's something that I think gets lacked a lot of times when it comes to that travel ball. Within those bounds, though, you being an owner, you seeing the day-to-day operations, tell me the good that you see and tell me the bad that you see. Yeah,
I mean, you know, you talk about caring about your players. You know, I got into this business, you know, as an instructor. You know, I love seeing kids. It doesn't matter where they start. I love to see, I wouldn't say a finished product, but you know, a kid just getting better, and the excitement of that. And so you know, I could do a lot more things and make more money, but I enjoy that part of it. And having the organization, you get that too. I mean, last night I went and watched 2 JUCOs play at Southern Miss down the road, and had 4 guys out there that I coached, you know, getting to play. And for sure, you know, if they didn't do what they done back 5-6 years ago, they wouldn't be there. Yeah. And just to have a little part of that is the cool side of it. You know, with having that love for them, and you know, you care so much, and I'm not the only one that touches them. So, you know, between high school coaches, other instructors, other, I want to say, places for them to play, in which I'm really open to. You know, I'm not one of those that's like, hey, you know,
here or die.
You know, I'm gonna box you in. You know, I'm gonna cage you in. Because every kid's different. You know, some kids can handle doing this, doing that, and sometimes, you know, I think the pressure. And social media adds to it because they see their buddies or whatever. Hey, we're doing this. We're going here this weekend. We're doing this. They feel like they need to do it, and you know, I don't know how necessary that is sometimes. And that's the scary part. It's just that, you know, the pressure. It keeps getting younger and younger. You know, I mean, you get on Twitter and you see 13-year-olds and they're celebrities, you know, and it's like, you know, a lot of my guys hadn't hit puberty yet. You know, but they want to be that guy. But it's impossible for them to be that guy. So it's kind of a weird thing, and but you know, I'm anxious to see, you know, how I can help, how you guys can help, and you know, you got to adjust. I mean, we've adjusted in this game a lot, so you know, I feel like that's an adjustment we all have to make and try to go in the right direction.
So I'll kind of touch on my end as a guy who grew up in a little bit more of an old school style teaching and more understanding of the philosophies of baseball back when I was up and coming. So specifically with travel ball, there's a few things that I look back at. And I have a lot of good and I have a lot of bad. And I think that really when we have these conversations, it's not hey, this is wrong. It's, hey, this is a good structure. How can we do it better and continue to grow this so that, one, we don't burn kids out of baseball, because honestly that's something I've seen way too many times, and two, that we don't see high injury percentages in a lot of arms specifically. So when I look back, there's really kind of one caveat about travel baseball that's always frustrated me. And I think that this isn't specific to all travel baseball. I think it's specific to certain organizations, you know, and I'm not even sitting here singling out certain organizations, but I remember when I was, I think, a junior in high school, and I remember my number one goal, I've told every one of my coaches, I've told my parents, everybody who ever asked me, hey, what do you want to come out of your career? I said, I want to play professional baseball. And it's one of those things that, you know, we've had conversations with Breyer talking about, you know, what kind of confidence do you need? It's called a blind confidence. I don't know why. I just want to do this, and I'm going to do anything that I can to do that. The thing that always frustrated me when I'm looking back at it now is lack of truth from coaches. So, and I don't know if this is laziness, I don't know if it's profit driven, I don't know which one it is, but the sentiment here remains the same. I had a lot of coaches that would always tell me, hey, you're a lefty, you throw 80 miles an hour, you locate the ball, you spin all your pitches well, and you're a competitor. If you keep doing that, you're going to get seen. Just keep doing this. And to me, that's dishonest on a lot of levels. So whether we agree with velocity is the end-all be-all for baseball or not, there's one thing that I can say with absolute certainty after being in the game currently that remains true along all levels of baseball. There's one thing that continues to move you on. That's velocity. Velocity gets you seen. Velocity gets you recruited. Velocity gives you more opportunities. Not saying that velocity is the end-all be-all, but it really matters when you're coming to recruiting. I wish that a coach would have told me from the time I was 16 years old, hey, you only throw 80 miles an hour. You're not going to get recruited to a Division I. Maybe you'll get lucky and go to a JUCO, but where I'm from, JUCO's not that big. So there's not a lot of opportunities. That really is where my frustration lies, and it comes from the fact that I see it as a little dishonest. Hey, just keep doing this and you're going to be fine. Tell them the truth. Like let me know. If I just want to show up and play baseball, this is a great spot for me to do it. I can play with guys I like. I can do it on weekends throughout the entire year. I can get my fill of baseball in if that's what I want to do. But if my goal is to continue on and continue playing this game for as long as I can, I think it's time we start having those honest conversations.
And, you know, obviously every kid's different. Every kid's not going to throw 95. And I'm with you there. You know, I'm big on, you know, any athlete, you know, our bodies is what creates what we do. And I think that if you get told, you know, you're limited, then how are they going to push themselves? You know, and not saying, hey, let's go break our arm in half trying to throw 95, but let's get our body stronger. Let's figure out why we don't throw as hard as that guy and built like that guy or whatever the thing is. And I definitely that is like me. I was a second baseman that wasn't I wasn't fast, but I wasn't slow. But nobody told me, hey, if you got faster,
you have an opportunity.
You have more of an opportunity. And until I got to college, I started doing different things to get faster because I saw, balls in the 6-hole where I'd beat out in high school. That don't happen anymore. And I wish somebody told me that my 10th grade year.
Yeah.
I would have been doing some of that stuff.
A lot more time to be able to get in under you.
But that was a different time.
Yeah.
Obviously, technology and opportunity and programs is there. And but no, you're right. I mean, a sprinter is not going to jog, to get seen.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, it's a. I'm old school in that sense too. Is like I name my son Nolan. Nolan Ryan. He threw hard.
Yeah.
And and he'd done a lot.
He played for a while.
He'd done a lot of training.
Yeah.
And he had a magic arm, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
But he was one of those guys that threw hard. And I tell my kids, like my favorite saying is, to run fast, you got to run fast.
Yep.
And I believe that with throwing too.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be a want to throw hard. I see it in tryouts, and not just pitching.
Yeah.
Playing shortstop, playing outfield. You see that good arm, and it's not just their arm.
Yeah.
It's their body.
Yep.
It's some kids crow hopping, throwing that guy out at the plate, where some just barely get their legs into
smooth
it.
arm is natural.
Yeah. And so there's a lot there. That's, and like you said, I think a lot of it's information, and not just information like on the youth level. And we'll get to that. Is what they see.
Yeah.
What I mean? I know with a lot of my youth players, if they don't see guys trying to throw guys out the plate or trying to throw hard, they don't know that they're supposed to.
Yeah. Interesting.
And that's because I've got a little 4-year-old.
Yeah.
He's around it all the time, and he's different than other 4-year-olds. But those 4-year-olds hadn't seen what he got to see.
Yeah.
So that's why his swing looks different. That's why he throws harder than them. Not that he's, bigger, stronger. He might be a little bit, but it's not just that. It's the intent.
Yeah. Exactly. Look at that.